A quantum leap in high-tech toys. Just in time for Christmas, of course. PC Dads, our pals, will show off the newest in interactive and computerized playthings when we return. Hopefully the dads get to play, too.
What? It didn't work. Miles? Oh, my. I only counted to one. You're very good at this, Miles. Do you see something?
All right, for a bear of very little brain, Winnie the Pooh is an incredibly smart one, this particular one, in fact. It's just one of many gee-whiz toys on store shelves this holiday season. And with us in our studios this morning for a show and tell, Mark Ivy from Ralph Bond of Intel Corporation, the PC Dad.
Hey,
Ralph,
Mark,
how are you? Good to see you. It's always good to have you guys here. And, you know, it's got to get ready for Christmas. We've already started looking at the catalogs. We're all getting very excited at the household. And we need some guidance. So let's start off, without further ado, let's do the Winnie the Pooh phenomenon here. What's going on with this?
Well, it's a great time to be a kid, Miles. You have basically the toy industry and the computer industry getting together and merging with these new interactive toys. And boy, what great fun, because you have toys that can begin to interact with the kid. And as Ralph will show you here in a minute with Pooh, and you'll see on the B-roll, Pooh doll will actually interact with the program on the computer and ask questions and interact with the kids. So you have a three-way deal going on, as you can see here. Three-way deal. You got Pooh, you know, giving encouragement to the child. I've got a little 5-year-old girl, and she just is nuts about this.
So now this is integrated with what you see on the screen, then, and you have it's a back-and-forth dialogue. Now, is this a difficult thing for a child to operate, or is it really intuitive?
No, not at all. No, they need the parents' help.
Better question: can the parent do it?
Yeah, that's the challenge.
But setting these things up, typically whenever you're adding hardware onto a computer, you get nervous, right?
Yeah.
Because you're having to plug things in, and sometimes things don't work. Is it typically these things work pretty well?
They've made these, I think they've got this down pretty good. You got the Microsoft Actimates, and then you've got the Pooh doll from Mattel, right? And what they've done is you plug it in the back of the computer, and it'll interact with the computer. Once you install that program, it leads you through step by steps. It's pretty simple.
So when they say plug and play, in this case, they really mean it, right? All right, let's go to Arthur. It happens to be a household favorite. Arthur is big among both my kids. Great cartoon, great story. What does Arthur do in this case here?
Arthur's really neat. He also interacts with programs on the computer, and what we like about him, my little daughter takes him to bed, he'll wake her up in the morning. You can set the alarm clock.
You have an alarm clock, really?
He'll say, hey, wake up, you know, it's time to get up and have some fun.
What's great about both of these toys, Miles, is you can program them with the computer. You can program them to use your name or your child's name, which is really great.
Can you actually record into them, or is it...
You do it on the computer, and then it's transferred from the computer into the doll's brain.
Oh, that's fantastic. Can you make Arthur talk here right now? Because they operate...
It's a wonderful day to play.
And
hear what I'm thinking. Right here.
So the point is, you don't have to have it attached to the computer to have some fun with it.
Well, that's the other thing. You can detach it from the computer, and it's still an interactive toy. Take in the car or whatever, and the kid can, if you punch the hand, he'll do something. If you squeeze the foot, he'll tell stories. So it is interactive without the computer, too.
All right. At the risk of making this sound like a personal newscast from my household, Legos are also a big thing in my house.
We'll move Mr. Pooh out of the way for a moment.
Now, this is for the Lego builder who has graduated to the higher level.
Right. Tell us about more advanced toy, Ralph.
This is it. This is for the ultimate Lego nut in your family. This is the Lego Mindstorms Robotics Invention System, Miles. And what you have here...
Just the fact that you can say that says...
I practiced. This toy is remarkable because inside the toy, you have all the components you've had before with Legos, wheels and gears and blocks. It all looks pretty familiar, electric motor. But the difference is inside here, there's a great big yellow Lego brick that actually has its own full computer. And this computer can control 2 independent motors. It can control 2 touch sensors and even a light sensor. Now, how this works with a home computer is you build your toy, and then you go to the computer and you write a computer program to tell the device what to do. For example, this can be programmed to use the light sensor to find a dark, shady spot to go and park.
Wow,
and the kids can do this, and what's really great is there's a website. The children can go up and share their programs, and kids can download or copy the programs on the website and try it out on their other toys.
I'm guessing at least 12 for that, right?
This is 12.
Yeah, that's great.
Well, even our Intel engineers have some problems sometimes trying to program this thing.
Program it to clean the room. That's what the kids are going to want to do. All right, and Barbie cameras. Of course, Barbie's one of the all-time favorites in many households.
Oh, yeah.
And what does a Barbie camera do that a normal camera wouldn't do? Is it the software software that makes it
It's
different?
another great example of where computers and toys are coming together, as Mark was saying at the beginning. Here for the Barbie nut in your family, this is a digital camera. There's no film in here. It's all done electronically. It connects to your personal computer. You take pictures while it's connected, or you can take it on your vacation and come back later, transfer the pictures into the computer and use the Barbie program. Perhaps you can put your own picture in the Corvette car with Barbie using the photo editing package or whatever you want to do. It's a lot of fun.
That'd be huge. Now, something like that requires a fair amount of space on your computer. You do,
Right.
for all of these things, do you need fairly high-speed computers, fairly up-to-date?
Digital photography, it depends on how many photographs you're going to put on. Of course, every photograph you put on there does take up some space on the hard disk. With these guys, I think it's pretty minimum. And then
About 30 megabytes tops for this on the hard
great
disk.
example here.
So the resolution isn't top, but good enough.
No.
Good enough
Yes,
for
good
fun.
enough.
Yeah.
But you know, you're teaching them about digital photography, which is showing the future of computing, and it's really neat stuff.
All right, we have just a little bit of time left. Tonka tool set. That looks like for the younger set. Tell me about this one.
This is the deal. You sit right on top of the workbench. You sit right on top of the keyboard. The kid gets to play interactively with these different tools. There's
so
a
it's hitting the keys underneath? Is
right,
that how
yeah,
it works?
correct, And it's a little program on the screen that'll say, Tonka Workshop will say, okay, let's build a table. Use the saw. And you use the saw like my 9-year-old son will do, or my little girl will do, and it'll cut a little piece out, and it'll say, okay, let's hammer it, and it'll hammer it. And so it's just a great little program.
You could start them pretty young on that one, too.
Oh,
so you don't
yeah.
even know the alphabet or anything like that.
Yeah,
3 and
I'd
up
say
for this one.
4 or 5 is a great age for that.
All right, I'm guessing all of these are not cheap. What are we talking basic range for most of this stuff here?
Price range runs at the top end for the Super Lego Nut. This basic kit with the full-on computer is about $200 to get started. The 2 toys here are about $100, and this gets down into just under the $50 range.
All right, is this going to be among the hot toys this year? Is that your prediction, you think?
These, particularly the interactive toys, we're just seeing the beginning of it. You know, you had the toys from a few years ago that you had the tapes in the Teddy Ruxpin. Now you got the guys that will actually begin to do interactions and think. These will be the hot toys. I think these will too as well, Ralph.
All right. Ralph Bond, Mark Ivy, PC Dads, always good to see you. And if you want to find out more about the PC Dads, go to Intel.com and you'll find your way to their webpage, and you can get some more information about some of the things that they have, things they just told you about just here, and things they have reviewed in the past, and current items as well. Gentlemen, thanks very much.
All right, thank you.